Let us continue looking at the topic probability with another example. We previously looked at an example where we have 5 marbles with different colors inside a box, and we randomly picked one of the marbles. And we looked at the fact that the word random means it occurs without your control or your input or somebody else's control or input. There's no bias in that case. So let's look at another example. This is our box with our 5 marbles. We have 2 blue marbles and 3 red marbles. It's somewhat similar to what we looked at before, but we want to make a little adjustment to it. Now, you're going to pick a marble, calculate the probability, and then pick a second time. Alright? Now, anytime you pick something out of a box or identify a person out of a larger number of persons or a few out of a larger number of persons, you talk about the term sample and the term population. Now, when you talk about a population, it means everything, everybody. For example, the population of an entire island or an entire country. And when you study everyone like that, you conduct what is called a census. I know that in many countries, every 10 years, the government carries out a census to study the population. That means everybody. Then you have what is called a sample. The sample just means sum out of the population. The number in the sample is always smaller than the population. It could be that the population is 3 million people, but there's some poster carrying out a poll during an election time, and they study 2,000 people. So that's a sample of 2,000. All right. Now, when you pick one of these, you say you sampled one. If you pick 2, you say you sampled 2. The population here would be 5. And when you pick one, the sample you're looking at is 1. All right. Now, you're going to randomly sample one of these. What is your probability of picking a red marble? This is the first pick, right? The first pick. What's the probability that the marble is red? Since it is red, let me calculate in red. It is the number of red, 3, divided by the total number of marbles, which is 5. Alright? So it is 3/5. Let's keep it as a fraction for now. It's 3/5. Now, let me imagine that you pick the red and you put it outside the box. Suppose you want to pick again and you put back that red inside the box. Then you make your second pick. What's going to happen? What will be the situation? The second pick, and you're calculating the probability that you pick a red marble. In this case, you have 3 red. divided by 5 total, which is 3/5. Now, when you picked out that red and you put it back, it is called sampling with replacement. So let me write that down, or rather type it down. It is sampling with sampling with replacement. So you replaced it, and notice that no matter how many times you pick, it is the same probability, because what happens is that you're picking with the same number of marbles always. So it's like picking the first time. So that's sampling with replacement. Right? Now, I want you to do a little thing for me. The next pick is going to be sampling without replacement. Let me copy this and paste it here. And change this and put OUT, without replacement. I want you to do a little calculation for me. Calculate the probability of picking a red on the first pick. And being that it is sampling without replacement, that means you don't put it back. I want you to calculate the probability of picking a red on the second pick. So pause the video and do that for me. Go. Alright, you've done it. What did you get? Let us see. What I want is to make the first pick, and the probability that it is red, that the marble that you pick is red, is there are 3 red divided by 5 marbles. So it's 3/5. Now the fact is, you took this and put it outside. What's the probability that you pick a red on the second pick? You randomly pick a red the second time. So let's see now. What you have are 2 red marbles. Divided by, it's not divided by 5. The total number of marbles in the box is 4. So it is 2/4, which is the same as a half. Alright? So that's the probability. That's the probability of you picking a red on the second pick. The probability that you get a red on your second pick. Alright? So in that case, we're looking at sampling without replacement. Without replacement means you put it down outside and you don't replace it, you don't put it back. Alright. Now we're going to look at further examples using this same box, these same marbles. We'll do that in another video. We'll just end this for now, so I will see you then.